Will hypnotherapy work if I don't believe in it or if I fight it? Hypnotherapy Willingness. So this question is a mix of two common queries that I hear a lot. The first one is, will hypnotherapy work if I don't fully believe in it? And the second one is, will hypnotherapy work if I fight it or if I don't want it to work? Now, this second question also links into the idea that it is the hypnotherapist v the client, as though it is some sort of challenge or competition. Sometimes people tell me that they saw a hypnotherapist before, but they didn't really want it to work, or that they fought against it a little bit, so it didn't work. The short answer to this question is no. Hypnotherapy will not be effective if you actively fight it. However, you absolutely do not need to blindly believe in it for it to work. There is a huge difference between being skeptical and being resistant. Let's be clear. Hypnotherapy is not magic, and it should not be a fight. It's a collaborative, intentional process that takes both people working together, the client and the hypnotherapist. 1. The myth of belief v the reality of hypnotherapy willingness. You don't need faith for hypnotherapy to work. You do need hypnotherapy willingness. Think of it like learning to drive a car. You don't have to believe the physics of the engine will work, but you do have to be willing to sit in the driver's seat and follow the instructor's directions. If you sit in the seat but keep actively fighting the controls and refusing to look forward, you won't learn. Hypnotherapy requires a conscious decision to engage with the process. The results come from a specific therapeutic technique, targeted suggestions delivered in a focused state, not from magical thinking. Your mind simply needs to be open to receiving those constructive suggestions. 2. Why fighting hypnotherapy makes it ineffective. A hypnotherapist is a guide, but you are always in control. If you spend the entire session internally arguing with the therapist or actively resisting the suggestions, you are creating a mental barrier. Here's what happens when a client fights the process. The critical factor stays active. During hypnosis or trance, we aim to gently bypass the critical factor of your conscious mind, the part that constantly analyzes, judges, and worries. If you are actively fighting, this critical part stays fully engaged and rejects the positive suggestions before they can reach your subconscious mind. Stress and distraction. Fighting creates internal stress and tension. This prevents you from reaching the necessary state of focused attention, trance, where your mind is most receptive. You end up wasting time arguing with your own mind instead of focusing on the desired change. The client's role. Unlike a pill that you passively take, hypnotherapy is a collaborative process. The hypnotherapist can provide the blueprint, but you must be the builder. If you refuse to pick up the tools, no building will happen. 3. The difference between skepticism and resistance. It's healthy to be skeptical. Skepticism is often what brings people to ask these great questions. So healthy skepticism, your mindset. I'm not sure if this will work, but I am willing to be guided and try. The effect on therapy is positive or neutral. It allows you to relax and engage. You are giving the process a chance. Now, with active resistance, your mindset might be, this is ridiculous, I know it won't work, and I'm going to prove it. The effect on therapy is negative. You are actively sabotaging the process and preventing the focus state from occurring. You can be skeptical, curious, and even a little nervous, and hypnotherapy can still work extremely well. You just need to be willing to set your skepticism aside for the duration of the session to allow the techniques to take effect. 4. What you need for hypnotherapy to work. Success in hypnotherapy comes down to two simple factors. A. The therapist's skill. A professional hypnotherapist uses carefully crafted language and techniques to guide your mind into a highly focused state. This is their active ingredient. B. Your intention. This is your active ingredient. Before you start the sessions, you must have 1. A clear goal. You must know what you want to achieve. For example, I want to manage my anxiety and start looking to the future. 2. A desire for change. You must genuinely want the positive outcome for yourself, regardless of how the process works. This is what I mean by hypnotherapy willingness. When these two ingredients come together, the focused state of trance allows your brain to accept the positive suggestions as a new behavioral blueprint, leading to real, lasting change. Conclusion. Hypnotherapy is not a test of faith. It is a skillful use of natural psychological processes. If you are thinking about going ahead with sessions, don't worry about whether you believe in it. Instead, ask yourself, am I willing and ready to work with my therapist and let go of my resistance for the chance to achieve the change I want? If the answer is yes, you've already taken the most important step towards success. Ready to take the next step? Are you ready to explore how hypnotherapy can help you to achieve lasting change? If so, click the link in the description to book your free, no obligation initial consultation with me today. Not quite ready for a consultation? Subscribe to my newsletter and receive free hypnotherapy soundtracks to ease anxiety and help you sleep at night. You'll also receive my monthly newsletter containing lots of free tips and useful information, and of course, no spam ever. Click the link in the description to sign up and get your free soundtracks. Still have questions about hypnotherapy or my services? Find answers to common questions on my FAQ page. Find the link for that in the description. So there we go. That's the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I hope you found it useful. I hope you found it interesting. And I'll look forward to seeing you in another one very, very soon. Thank you and goodbye.